I went to an open mic at the Loft Literary Center in Minneapolis where I'm a member. Well, actually, we're called friends now instead of members. And it was a friend event that they have every so often. And there was an open mic there, and I usually write poetry just for it. And the one I did was called My Playlist. And I guess I always had it in my mind about watching ABC's Nightline show, even though I haven't in a while, where sometimes they have famous people want to talk about their musical playlist. Well, I listed 12 songs in the poem that I wrote, and the standout for me was when I referred to a Smashing Pumpkins song called Muzzle. I don't know why I chose that one in particular, but my guess was the line near the end about, I knew the emptiness of youth. That's the line that I put in the poem. But then I listened to the song again on YouTube after that, and then I realized another line I liked just as much in it. Time heals, but I'm forever broken. That seems to explain why I got into performing, where it's a coping mechanism. I guess we can circle back to that later on about the 2-movie weekend I did. Yeah, I mean, it marked the time for me on each song that I did. I mean, it went all the way back to hearing my parents' 8-tracks at age 12, and it was the Beatles 62-66 compilation, which was put out after the band broke up. And hearing Eleanor Rigby, and even at that age, I knew something about loneliness, and that's a haunting song about loneliness. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Well, I didn't know where I belonged for a while until I found performing. I've noticed that about even my Facebook postings. Usually comes a love letter back to performing. It's like, hey, I found myself. I'm just sometimes hating how it took as long as it did, and it just doesn't seem like a normal thing like most people are. But how do you define normal? That's hard to do. All right. Well, I'm known as the banging place that means tales from the bank, like tales from the crypt. That river is not running dry anytime soon. There's this one ticket that has been open for a while on the check printer since we got a second check printer recently, and my boss asked me to reopen it, and it's like, okay, I will, because I do what my boss tells me, and it's been reopened for a while and still no resolution yet. And what I didn't like is that I was dealing with one person, I had to keep enunciating things, he just didn't seem to understand all of it, and then he handed it off to somebody else after I explained to him better why it was reopened. And with a different person, it seemed to be some of the same issues, where I finally boiled it down to something that I remember from call center work. We got bogged down in semantics. We didn't realize we were talking about the same thing because we were using different words. And then I just finally said, all right, here are the examples on the checks I print, and this is what I'm talking about here. I'm scanning them to you. Now you know. And then I had to change some of the words I was using so that we'd be on the same page, but I don't like having to do that. And then it still led to, besides just trading a lot of instant messages, a 30-minute call through my laptop. And I still don't know when it'll be resolved. Who knows? But at least I gotta tell my boss something, because he likes having answers, and he pays the bills, so what choice do I have? And then there was that. And the weekend, I've got to go out and do things, and that can be challenging at times, but there are still some moments of brilliance, for lack of a better term, things that I find along the way, like when I go to Hy-Vee for grocery shopping once a week for the things I can't find at Aldi. And for a long time I saw this greeting card, but I didn't buy it. It was depicting a hot dog that had really big eyes on it, and then if you opened it, it would play music that reminded me of polka music I hear at Oktoberfest in New Ulm. I finally bought it this past week. Why? Because there were 2 cards for a while, and then it got down to 1. And it's like, yeah, I better buy it now, or it's going to be gone for good. Who knows when I'm going, where I'm going to find that again. And I don't play it every day, but it's still fun to hear. And it's like, it was called Silly Hot Dog. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you gotta be a little silly about things. So I'm thankful that I finally bought it. Yeah, a greeting card of music will cost a little more. That's why it was hard for me to justify it for a while, because it's like, oh, once a week I can just open it and play it. So yeah, free entertainment for a while. I'm sure I'm not alone on doing that either. I'm walking through the card aisle and just not buying anything, but still partaking of things and leaving them. Yeah, there was that, and then I did some seasonal performing, and yeah, for those who know me, they might remember that I've done that before, and I took a break from that because of that thing called the pandemic. But you know what I realized? I really like doing that stuff, because it's acting. You can be somebody else for the night. You put on a costume, and I even had to put on a cloak when I went to the bathroom, and it's like, somebody said, I like your cloak, and it's like, I didn't talk to them because I just wanted to get to the bathroom, damn it, and, but yeah, I love the anonymity, especially when I don't tell people in advance I'm doing that, because then I can perform in front of total strangers. It's just like what Richard Gere said in Pretty Woman about playing piano, and he gets discovered by Julia Roberts doing that, and it's like, yeah, I want to perform in front of people I don't know. It's easier for me. I get it. And I understand that one better now watching that movie after I started performing. Yeah, I just do that guest star appearance, and yeah, it's priceless as things I see and hear, and then the stories that I hear from the field, from people at the end of the night. It's like, yeah, this is the reason why I keep doing it, because it's fun. And then I did the 2-movie weekend, and one of them was Anxiety Club, which was stand-up comics talking about their craft because, well, they're anxious and they can manage it better when they're performing. That was at the Twin City Film Festival. The other one I saw was Soul on Fire because it's a St. Louis movie, and I like biographies. Yeah, I'm a nerdy history guy. I like biographies and documentaries. That shouldn't surprise anyone at all. Well, I guess that'll do it for me. Thank you all, been great.